All right, ladies, we are live. Woohoo! Welcome everyone to the third virtual trial in hair. Tonight we're doing bridal updos. Braided updos. So if you have a special event coming up and you want to try a new style on yourself, go ahead and take Josephina's and Jay's advice and try one of these beautiful styles we're about to do. I'm going to have the lovely students introduce themselves while we wait for people to log on. It looks like we have Cassidy Batson and Stephanie Harrington. Woohoo! Thank you guys. Hi. Diane, thanks for watching. All right, so Josephina and Jay, I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves. If you could tell us when you started school and maybe your expected grad date.
All right, well, my name is Jay, and I started school in March. I am expected to graduate in about March, end of March or beginning of April.
Of 2021.
Yeah.
Woohoo. All right.
I'm Josephina, and then I started school in August of 2019. And so I am expected to graduate around October 8th of this year, so pretty soon.
Wonderful. And Josephina actually reminded me earlier, in 2018, we had our 2019, we had our 1 year birthday party for trial in hair where we did a makeup session. And that was her first trial in hair. She came as a prospect. And now she's about to graduate. Oh. All right, ladies. Well, let's show the viewers what you're going to be demonstrating tonight. Jay, what's your style? We'll do a quick summary of yours and I'll have Josephina show hers as well.
Perfect. So this is just a bubble braid with some curls hanging down. Very simple style to achieve.
Wonderful. Okay. And Miss Josephina, what are you going to be demonstrating?
Alright, so this one is kind of a braided updo, so I'll pull back in the back. And it's kind of that style now that a lot of brides and prom updos want, is that loose curl. So a little messy, but still kind of romantic. But
Yeah.
Yes.
And then was there...
And then we're going to do this one. And then this one, so we'll show at the very end, but this one's pretty simple. So, but it still gives it that really like sleeked back and just
Elegant.
elegant vibe. So, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Josephina. We've got Amara, Corby, Lexi, Alyssa, and Jacqueline on. Thanks for watching, guys. All right. So Miss Jay's going to start us out here.
All right. So with this style, she is pre-curl. So to achieve this, you just do a spiral curl all over the head, just to give it that easier look to get this style going, okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do first is go ahead and take a rubber band and pull this top portion up into something like a ponytail. And just to give it that messy but elegant look, then I'll go ahead and fluff that at the top. Then we're going to take the next section with another rubber band.
And while she's doing that, I just want to point out Jay's lovely eyeshadow. Looking amazing.
Ipsy.com.
What'd you say?
Ipsy.com.
So cute. Looking good.
Yeah. So after we put this second one in the ponytail, we're going to flip it. No, did you see that? Let me flip it again. We're going to flip it just like that.
Okay.
And then we're going to pull up the next section.
So tonight, Jay is going to do half the hair, so it's a half up, half down style. But if you prefer it all up, you can just keep going at the end. Danica Suarez is watching. Hi, Danica.
And this style is something that one of my classmates taught me. She knows who she is.
You can give her a shout out.
Shout out, girl. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. And we're gonna just continue to do this.
So you put it in a pony, spread it out a little bit, and then flip it through.
Oh, did somebody leave a comment?
Yes. So I had posted on there, before I forget to mention, the October session is going to be a little different date-wise. It's going to be October 29th. So it is not the third Thursday of October. It is 2 days before Halloween because we are doing a Halloween hair session. So we'll just do some fun, wacky hairstyles. And so in honor of that, we are doing it I think it's actually the 5th Thursday of the month. So the 29th. So mark your calendars, guys. Yes. Woohoo! Yeah, Brianna. Good question. Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
Yes, ask questions, guys. Make comments if you have questions for Jay on anything here. So you can see that top one she's pulling up to kind of cover that top ponytail she had. What a fun and creative and texturized half. I really want to go home and do this to myself. This is so cute.
I'm sure you can achieve it.
Yeah, well, thanks for having faith in me. How cute. And
Alright.
the curls.
And then the curls are at the bottom, so if you pre-curl your hair, you won't have to curl this part at the end. But it's not necessary. Some people like it straight, so you can still achieve it this way. And it's a recreation of that one.
Wow.
Awesome. That's super cute. I love that.
Thank you.
Way to go, Jay. Looks beautiful.
Thank you.
All right.
Alright.
Next up is Josephina. And she is going to do the braided all up, kind of messy, textured look. That was popular back in the day
Okay.
and still is.
So
Okay, so this is, sorry
No,
to
you're
cut you off. Thank you, Jay. Being a Vanna White Price is Right girl. Lovely. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so what I did before is that I definitely curled and used some like good hairspray to keep those in because once you start working with it, those curls could fall out. But then I went ahead and I teased some of that brown to give it a little volume. So now I'm just going to kind of brush it down, get any of those flyaways. And then I also sectioned out that front where we're going to do that braid so that you still have that left out. Because if you tease that too, you can get a little ratty, little rat's nest if you do that. So.
Makes sense. Josie Fritz. Hi, Josie. She's a current Kazi freshman. Jacqueline Beam. She loved your style.
Thank you.
So that was a really good tip. You said you left out this portion and you did not back comb it. Okay.
Smooth it down a little bit, and then I'm going to start on the braid. So what I did also before is I added some of this volume powder because since we didn't put back combing in it, you still want it to have a little grip in it. So that's what I did, but then I'm going to go ahead and just start the braid. So what this is, it's just a French braid. So the difference right now is you can do kind of a Dutch braid, which is going to be what some people know as far as flipped. So it would be like more on top, where the French braid is kind of more like woven into it. But I'm just gonna start up here. And for a lot of those updos, we like to just kind of do a side part because that'll show off a lot more of the hairstyle. And then I'm just gonna start this. So again, just a 3-strand French braid.
And we always have braided, strictly braid trial and hair sessions. So for those of you who don't even know how to do the most basic braid, or you don't know how to French braid, keep an eye on trial and hair. Or come in and get a style, and I'm sure our students would be more than happy to teach you.
Again, the prices are affordable, so you can totally come in and just get a cute little style.
Yes.
A lot of the girls love doing that here.
Mrs. Steyer's on. Hey. Speaking of style, Steyer.
And then normally, like, if this was a real person, a lot of people have baby hairs, but this is a mannequin, so she just has all around long hair. And what I did is I already sectioned some pieces I want to leave out. So normally on someone, they'd be shorter pieces, but obviously, again, it's mannequin, but we still kind of want to keep it where it's framing the face. So that's just what I did.
So Josephina is one of the braid queens. I think if you ask any student at Capitol what her nickname is, wouldn't it be Braid Queen? As you can see in her hair while you're continuing to do that. I'm just gonna show them your hair. And you did this yourself.
So actually that's the difference as far as that's a Dutch braid on myself versus this is the French braid.
And then this portion is a fishtail?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's just incorporating everything. So this is something, this French braiding, this is kind of tricky to learn just by watching. So don't get frustrated if you're watching this, you don't know how to French braid and you can't figure it out. This is something where it certainly helps to have someone there with you, walking you step by step.
And for sure, YouTube videos really help. YouTube videos are always helpful.
Yes.
So in your free time, if you ever just want to watch those. Or like Chelsea said, just come to Trial and Hair.
Yeah.
Every third Thursday of the month.
Except October, this next month. Again, that's going to be October 29th in honor of the Halloween wacky styles we'll be doing.
Okay, and then towards that back, halfway, like the crown, I stopped incorporating hair just so that it's still a little bit more loose. And then I'm just gonna put a bobby pin to secure it for now. Then I'm gonna go back through and pull some of those to still give it that volume. Because again, this is what a lot of brides want right now, is a lot of that volume pulled apart loose.
Yeah, I don't honestly remember the last time I saw someone braid hair and not do what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
It is like, it's very popular
Yes.
right now, trendy.
Because a lot of girls here, the bigger the better as far as those braids. Sometimes I'll walk in after doing it in the morning and some of the students will fluff my braids out for me.
This is,
Tyler, you know who you are.
yes. Happy birthday, Tyler. This is beautiful. And you did it on your first try. Impressive.
And then with that other side, sometimes it's a little bit hard because you don't want to completely pull it back because that'll just not frame the face very well. So again, you want to kind of find those baby hairs. We're normally on a real person. They'd be short, but
So Jacqueline Bean just said, it was 35 years ago I was doing this at Capitol downtown. Have fun, girls. Wow, Jacqueline. Thank you for tuning in.
and then I can show you on this one and then.
Okay.
This side, so we're just kind of gonna twist it back a little bit, but not too much twist because then that could just, it looks a little too tight. So we just kind of, just slightly.
So this even shows how times have changed. Back in the day when I went to Capitol back in '04,
Yeah.
if you did one thing on one side, you did the same thing on the other. And you wouldn't do two different types of looks. But this is totally in and the trend right now. I mean, you can get away with almost anything. Yeah, really. You make it look so easy.
So which one do you like better, the braid or the twist?
Good question.
What I'm doing, like the style, as far as, do you just mean like on the other side then?
No, like on any type of,
anything?
yeah, like sleek ponytail like that.
I think again, it just depends on what that person, either prom or wedding, and what they want. But I would say most likely, because again, weddings, you're dancing, you're doing a lot, a braid will last a lot longer, just because it's really like structured in there. Your twist, it kind of just depends on how well it's in there, because it can kind of unravel towards the end of the night. So you just want to be careful. And then I just like to kind of secure everything in a ponytail. Some people don't do that; they do just start kind of pinning. But I just think that
Whoopsie.
I just think it secures everything a little bit more when it is in a pony. But again, it just depends on the person. And I'll just go back.
Kind of fluff it up with some volume.
Okay, and then this is the part where I think a lot of people, this is what they pay for, is that at home, if you had this, you kind of just twist it up and there'd be your bun, and there you go. But when you kind of go to get your hair done, this is what somebody behind you is really putting the work into, is that they're just going to take some pieces, and again, more of that messy look. I'll take some bigger chunks, and just like we did on the side, I'll kind of twist. And then I'll fluff that out, and then I just start kind of pinning. So lots of pins go in, so at the end of the night, your client's going to be taking out probably like 25 pins, but that's okay.
And then the next day she'll probably find more she missed. I've been that girl. Sure most of us have.
Yes. Or when you're in the shower. And then
Yeah. And so you had pre-curled your gal as well. So if she came in, you would start by curling it, then doing your braid, your twist, and then pinning here.
And then for sure, it's definitely true that if you come in for a style, dirty hair is preferred, because just that, you don't want to come in and expect to get a shampoo for sure, not all the time, because that curl and that braid will last a lot longer if your hair has a little bit more grit to it.
Okay.
That's something that a lot of prom girls know as far as just throughout the days.
Grace Newson is watching. Hi, Grace. Grace is a grad. I actually talked with her today. Her daughter, Heaven, is interested in cosmetology and is touring on Tuesday. So we're excited to meet Heaven, Grace. Hopefully she's watching. Yes, this pinning part is the part, like you said, this is kind of what the people are paying for. It takes takes an eye. You want it to be, you know, kind of even. Again, and maybe that's me being old school,
Yeah.
but there's kind of a knack to it. But whether you're in hair school or you're not, the more you practice, the better you get. And the more trial and hairs you attend or watch. Grace said, heaven can't wait. She's excited. So how long did it take you to do this braided look in your hair, Josephina?
This morning it probably took me about just 10 minutes to actually braid and everything. And
10-minute do right there? Yeah. Okay. No big deal. That looks good. On your first try, too.
And then, like I said, a lot of people will have layers or just some short pieces. So on the mannequins, it's harder to pull out those little baby hairs because they just have that one length hair. But normally I would go back through and kind of start pulling any baby hairs out. I just don't want to pull out too much of her hair. That's the only thing. And then I'll just go back through.
So the look,
Anybody
this
have any
is,
questions now?
yeah, ask, oh, Virginia is on. She's a Kazi student. This is the end look of what Josephina is demonstrating now.
And then I'm going to take that twist from that one side over and just kind of bring it, and I'll tuck it underneath. And then there's some flower pieces here.
So for people who are putting their hair in a little messy bun and trying to give it this piece look, and they're trying to do it on themselves, what tips do you guys have that would help kind of get this look? Just practice.
Like small sections and
Okay.
you know, it's really fun to just take the bobby pin and do, you know, kind of chase it around the hair.
I've always learned that the one time that you want to go, you're trying to make it look messy,
Yes.
it looks
It
perfect. And
Yep.
then the times that you want it to look good, it looks like the cute messy. So you're like, it's always just trial and error, which is, trial and error.
Trial and hair. Dun, dun, dun. And it is a lot different doing this on someone versus doing it on yourself. But I do think practicing on someone a few times is going to make it easier than just doing it on yourself the first time. Well, I hope this girl is getting married tomorrow because she's looking good, or going to homecoming, or right now with COVID, there really isn't homecoming, but I know some people are kind of having a little mini dance at home, which is kind of why we did this updo theme for you guys. It is homecoming season, so if you're doing a little dance at home, hey, who's to say you can't still get ready and do your hair and your makeup? Dance with your, take cute pictures. Josie loves this look. She said it's super cute. Thanks, Josie.
Thank you. And then I'm just kind of tucking all that hair underneath up a little bit.
Josie she had attended a couple trial and hairs before she started, and she signed up today to be a mentor in the future. So whether it's continuous virtual sessions or in person, at some point you'll probably see her. And just for the viewers, we are doing virtual sessions through the end of the year. Hasn't been decided yet whether we're doing in person next year, but for now, October and November are both going to be virtual sessions. And December, we don't do trial and hair. So December, you can just focus on prepping for the holidays. That looks awesome, Josephina. Very pretty.
It's really just that finishing part as far as just kind of positioning any of those pins where you want to see them. But as long as that overall, the whole twisted and everything, and go back through and pull out any for more volume. Pull this out a little bit more. And then I will just hit it with just some, this is glam mist, so it literally for those styles, it helps with any humidity, kind of setting it in, gives a little shine. Yeah.
Okay, do you mind pulling it up and showing us, kind of doing a little Price is Right, Vanna?
So this is the bun.
Awesome.
Real messy, and then that side, that simple little twist just adds to it a little bit more, and then a little braid to the back.
From start to finish.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then
Looks great.
okay, and then we have that one more.
All right, so we have one more we're just going to show, and Josephine's just going to do a quick little demonstration of
Do you want to do? Yeah.
what she's explaining.
Explain it.
She's going to explain. Okay, can we twist the mannequin a little this way? Okay, so before Jay starts,
So this is what we have for that before. As far as more of that simple look, simple pulled back, but it's still, it looks like you put a lot of work into it, but this is something that, like Chelsea was saying, you can do at home for sure. Even like as far as just practicing on yourself. But then Jay's just gonna kind of show you how simple it is to do. So what we did first is we just braided it. So pull it all back, and what you can do as well is just add some like texture spray for that volume, just so that that crown has more volume, and then it's all pulled back a little bit loose. And then what you can do is you can just twist it up into that bun, and again you can still pull apart that braid and everything, and then as you're wrapping it around you can just kind of pin it. And for this one's a good to the side look, so a lot of people will want a bun that's more towards the side.
oh,
So you can see it in pictures. You don't look like it's just
Oops.
sleeked back, you know.
Right.
yes.
So this is a good one for that kind of side profile.
So Jay just kept twisting, pin, twist, pin, twist, pin.
And on this one, this also will be a good one to maybe use a ponytail. You know, put it into a ponytail and then braid as well, just to give it a little more stability.
And just like that other one, it's really just figuring out where those hairpins need to go, those bobby pins, for that end look, as far as just positioning it where you want it. So there's no really right and wrong where those bobby pins need to go, though.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, these gals are ready to hit up the dance
Yes,
floor.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's put them all together.
We could show a little, Jay, you can do yours.
All right, so we've got a half up, half look, all up, and then a very elegant all up as well. So
So,
you girls did a great job in giving some good variety. Hopefully you guys were following along, maybe practicing on a friend or yourself as you were watching. If not, just observing and hopefully using these great tips in the future. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to... Thank you. Be sure to tune in Thursday, October 29th for our Halloween wacky hairstyle session. All right. Thanks, ladies.